Hello guys, welcome back. Now today we're going to be talking about the Los Angeles Kings versus the Vegas Golden Knights series. We're going to be recapping it and reviewing every single game. Now the Vegas Golden Knights win in 4 games, sweeping the Los Angeles Kings. And a lot of people expected them to make it at least a closer series on the scores. Now it was a close series if you were watching the games, but from the scoreboard, of course, the Knights sweeping them doesn't look too good for the LA Kings, does it? So for game 1 in this series, the Golden Knights did win 1-0. I think there was a goal early in that game, and the rest of it, the Golden Knights shut the Kings down. And I didn't see too much of this game. I was asleep for a lot of it, but again, I did get to see the first period where the most action was. And the Golden Knights did hold on to a 1-0 lead, just barely over the Kings in that game 1, which was huge for them. Then on to game 2, the Golden Knights win 2-1. And I didn't see too much of this game either, but it was a close one throughout. There was a couple of clutch goals by the Vegas Golden Knights, and they were just able to squeak out a win versus LA. Of course, you'll see this pattern over these games that they're 1-goal games, they're close games, but a lot of them just went the Vegas favor, and there's a lot of things that go into that, but Vegas just being able to clutch games out is really an important factor for them. Then you go to game 3, where the Golden Knights won 3-2 the game in LA, and they just squeaked out that game. I got to see a lot more of that game, but the Golden Knights didn't play all necessarily too great, but the LA Kings were playing fantastic. But again, it goes the Vegas favor, as they did get a couple of clutch goals, and they were able to just squeak out that win. And it was a close game throughout, and I think that both teams definitely deserve the win, but of course Vegas is doing it for Vegas reasons, and they get win game 3 because of course they do. Then you get a game 4, which I saw most of, and the Golden Knights do win 1-0 in game 4 in LA, and it was a fantastic game to watch. Both goaltenders were doing fantastic, and it was a great game to watch. Even though it was 0-1, 1-0, it was still a brilliant game to watch, just for the perspective of the goalies being fantastic overall. But yes, you do recognize the pattern of all these games being 1-goal games, close games, and just a bounce here and there. The Kings could find themselves tied in the series. They could find themselves, I don't know, sweeping the Vegas Golden Knights. A goal here, a goal there, and a goal there, and the LA Kings could be a very good situation with being maybe like 2-2, having the series 3-1. I mean, a lot better, and of course getting swept. A couple of goals here and there would have helped them a long way into actually getting a couple of wins here. And if you're a fan of goaltending, man, this series has given you a lot to watch out for. Quick had just fantastic series. Even though he's on the losing end, he's getting swept, but he didn't play like that. He was amazing in every single game. He was making fantastic saves. I mean, watch out for playoff Quick whenever he's in the playoffs, and he was certainly elite. He was certainly fantastic. But his team didn't come around it with him. But him as a whole, he was probably the MVP for the LA Kings. Even though they got swept, he was definitely the most important player, and he made some fantastic saves. Along with Fleury, he saved 127 shots out of 130, so he let in 3 goals, and just absolutely fantastic performance by him as well. Quick having a fantastic performance, but Fleury even better. Him doing fantastic. I think Fleury had to make a little bit less. Robert had to save a little bit less. But again, both series for goaltenders, fantastic all around. I love seeing those kind of goalie battles, and this was a treat to watch this series. But overall, I can't have any complaints about this series. The Vegas Golden Knights get more history, go on to round 2, and it's just fantastic to watch the Vegas Golden Knights creating this, I wouldn't say dynasty, but this amazing story, and they've already built upon making the playoffs, getting to round 2. That's fantastic to see. But overall, just a great series to watch as a viewer. Even though the Golden Knights swept the LA Kings, all the games were close, and they were fantastic games to watch, almost every single one. And I can't really want anything more from this series, because it really bring anything I could really want from a playoff series. Physicality, goalie duels, and close games, really all I could really ask for. But enough about me. We have Vegas Golden Knights coverage on the video. He's going to tell you about his quick thoughts of the series in general and what he thinks overall.
I mean, they were all close games, though. They were 1-goal deciders. First game, Fleury got a shutout, 1-0. Second game, Vegas won 2-1. The third game, it was 3-2. The second game was the one that went into double overtime. And then, tonight, where Vegas, we sweep the LA Kings, no big deal. And we won 1-0. So another shutout for Fleury. Isn't that nuts? That is crazy. But it's not like just because we swept them, it was not an easy series. The Kings came to play every night, and they were physical. What made the difference? See, we knew the Kings were going to be physical. We knew they had strength, right? We didn't see any type of strength or, that physical play during the regular season from Vegas. Maybe from Carrier, that's about it. We saw it from the whole team, game 1 and 2. Vegas, that was the difference maker. No one knew that Vegas could play that physical. I didn't know it. That caught me off guard. I want to get away from talking about penalties and all that stuff because it's the playoffs and everyone's going to have their own opinions on that stuff and Doughty missing game 2 and all that. But I mean, when it comes down to it, I mean, they're all one goal games, right? And somehow, Vegas was the team to find a way to get it done. And in the playoffs during these times, I mean, it doesn't matter how you do it. It doesn't have to be pretty. It doesn't have to be nice. The point is that you get it done. Ugly goals still count the same as a pretty goal. You know what I'm saying? And that's what Vegas found a way to keep the puck out of the net with the help, with Fleury, putting the team on his back in that regard. And they found a way to get the puck in the net when they needed it. When they needed to get one in before the Kings got one in. It was, I mean, that's what it came down to. It came down to ugly hockey, if that makes sense. It came down to just finding a way to get it done. Finding a way to get it done. And that's saying it as simply and as summarized as I can, is that each game was it was tough battles. Each game was a tough battle. Each game was physical, and the Kings had a chance to win every game. They did. They were in each game. They were ahead in game 3. Vegas, they just kept finding a way to get it all together and put it away.
But he just hit 500 subscribers just today, so it'd be fantastic to see him climb up the rankings. And he makes Vegas Golden Knights videos after every single Vegas Golden Knights game, so he's going to have one. I think he might have one out, or he was going to do it tomorrow, but he's going to have one out sooner than later. So make sure you go subscribe to him and make sure that Grav sends you, because that's going to be great to see. But all in all, he's making great videos over there for the Vegas Golden Knights, and really one of the few guys that actually is solely devoted to the Vegas Golden Knights. So there's that. If you want to see Vegas Golden Knights coverage, go check out his channel, the #1 place to be for that. But moving on, we look towards the second round as the Vegas Golden Knights are looking to play against the San Jose Sharks. The San Jose Sharks leading 3-0 against their series in Anaheim, and unless they do an excellent choke job, the San Jose Sharks will be facing the Vegas Golden Knights in the second round. That's a pretty interesting series for both teams. I mean, Vegas sweeping and possibly San Jose sweeping. There could be 2 sweeps going against each other. What would happen there? Maybe another sweep? Who knows? I mean, it's a very, very cool series. I mean, let's say if San Jose sweeps 2, that'd be 2 hot teams going at each other, which would make a fantastic series there. But overall, I think the LA Kings did play well to at least win a few games. Fortunately, Vegas reasons happens and they get swept. So it's going to be interesting to see how the Vegas Golden Knights perform in the second round, and let's say even further. Let's see how far they go in the playoffs, because obviously they've done a lot to get to the second round. They definitely earned a lottery people's respect already. Heck, they can beat San Jose, they could beat Nashville, they could beat Winnipeg. I mean, I wouldn't put anything past them at this point. But that is going to be it for today, guys. If you guys did enjoy it, make sure you like. If you guys really enjoyed it, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you check out Vegas Golden Knights coverage. His link will be down below. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.